but not from either door. It was coming from inside the walls. 3 knocks, moving slowly from 8C toward my apartment, as if someone was walking through the wall space between units. I pressed my ear against the wall and could hear something else, footsteps, muffled but distinct, pacing back and forth inside the wall. The next morning, I researched the building's history. Riverside Towers was built in 1987 on the site of an older apartment complex that had burned down in 1986. 12 people died in that fire, trapped in their units when the single stairwell filled with smoke. The old building had been numbered differently. What was now 8C had been apartment 816 in the original building. One of the victims was listed as Maria Santos, age 34, found dead in apartment 816. According to the fire report, she had died trying to break down her front door, which had warped from the heat and wouldn't open. Her body was found with severe injuries to her hands from pounding on the door. The time of her death was estimated at 1:16 a.m. I called the fire department to get more details about the 1986 fire. That was a bad one, the retired fire chief told me. The building had code violations, inadequate exits, faulty alarm system. Several residents were trapped because their doors wouldn't open. The heat warped the frames. Do you remember anything specific about apartment 816? Oh yes. Poor woman in 816 beat her hands bloody trying to get out. We could hear her screaming for help, but by the time we reached her floor, it was too late. She'd been knocking on that door for hours, trying to get someone's attention. That night, I tried something different. At 1:15, I stood outside 8C and spoke to the empty hallway. Maria? Is that you knocking? At 1:16, the knocking came, but this time, it was frantic. Not 3 measured knocks, but rapid, desperate pounding that went on for almost a minute. I could hear scratching sounds, like fingernails clawing at wood. Then, faintly, I heard a voice, "Help me. Please. I can't get out." I pressed my hands against the door of 8C. "Maria, the fire was 37 years ago. You're not trapped anymore." The pounding stopped. For a moment, there was complete silence. Then, very softly, but I can still smell the smoke. I haven't heard the knocking since that night. The scratches on my door have faded, and Mrs. Chen says her nights have been quiet. But sometimes, when I walk past 8C, I catch a whiff of something burning. And I wonder if Maria Santos finally found her way out, or if she's still in there, somewhere between the walls, looking for an exit that was never there. The building management has decided to renovate 8C. They say they want to update it before finding a new tenant. But I think they just want to tear down whatever's left of apartment 816, and finally let Maria